I am, let's see here, getting set up here. There's nobody in here, so that's good. Gonna get ready to chop some of these flour down. I got this new stand here, so I'm trying to make sure I adjust everything correctly. I don't think you can you hold the thing like this? No. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to do piece by piece. I think I'm going to start with the big one here. So, piece this. There. What's up, everybody? I don't know. Can I see the chat? What the fuck? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. I don't know if I can see chat or not. If somebody could say something, type something in, maybe I don't know. Like I said, I'm doing this. Not sure why. There it goes. Okay, cool. We're working. Thank you. All right. We are chopping these ladies. We're gonna get some seeds. We gotta take these lines down. It's just a simple little. All right. And what I'm doing, I've got this set up over here. I got these little tubs over here. I'm just going to be placing these in here. And I've got the noobs here ready to go in. So as soon as we get these out, I'm just going to take my time though, because I really don't. First time I've dealt with seeds, so I don't really want to, trying to get focus there, knock too many of them out. Because they are popping out. I've seen a few fall. See, they are ripe. I know the light's not very good, but they are pretty ripe. She does not like me cutting her, I'll tell you that. She just threw a funk out. She threw the funky out on me. Do the little pew pew. Top of it. I'm just gonna pull. I mean, they're just. It's so full of seed. That's two of them right there. Pop them out of their shell here. See what we got. This one's good. This one looks. That one looks no good. This one looks pretty good though. Some of them are really done, some of them aren't. Funky. They're definitely funky. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody dropping in. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna drop a lot. That's okay. The seeds that have been dropped have no chance in hell of ever popping. Or they do pop, but that's it. As soon as they pop, that little green little thing that comes out, the seedling, is immediately eaten by isopods. That's where, let's see, so these are cow pots. And I love them because you can see the roots start to come out of them all around the side. Some of them do, I mean, pretty good. Sometimes I start them in these things here, these little root riots, I believe. And just, we're going to cut the bottom of the pot off and set them down in there and let them go. I think I'm gonna have to go around the other side to reach this shit. Look, Skater. Look, Poop. Shit, motherfucker. All right, she's coming down nicely. Grandma's shears, you know. Stay shut. They are full of seeds, that's for damn sure. Dropped another one. So I dropped this bud, went down in the creek, and it's wet as shit. So I'm definitely not gonna put that in the bucket with all the other flour. I'm gonna shake it off a lot and then lay it on the table and let it dry off before I put it in. I don't want to take no chances. We are done with that one. So all of that fit nicely in that one tub. See, our nice little babies are ready to come in. Let's take down. I'm gonna take down that big ass stalk right there. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna need something besides grandma's shears for that. But I think I'm gonna have to go around the other side. Oh shit. Not bad. She tight. Nice little. I don't want to fucking stab my light, but it was a nice plant. I'm not gonna chop all of this stalk up. Some of it I will. You know how cannabis is. It's like a fucking bamboo. You can see. She was overwatered. This is droopy. So if you were following along, this was droopy. This was man, when I broke it open, boy, she's funky when I break it. Oh, yeah, she's funky. But she was badly overwatered, you know, most of its life because it wasn't through maybe over halfway through flower, I started to remove the organic matter from the edge because it was, and I had a problem over here with that dog fennel that was wicking a shit ton of water up into the pocket. Since then, I have taken this rod here and just kind of given me some air holes. You can see it's still grabbing soil. So it's still wet, but not as bad. It was grabbing soil badly. What I mean by that, it will stick to this metal the wetter it is. It's not like I can stick. Here, I'll show you. I got all this shit in my hand. Let me take this off. Pretty nice little stand. All right. So, like, as we get closer to the wall, further away from the creek we get, of course, the drier it'll be. Actually, that was pretty nice. I can tell now. I've been doing this quite a bit, and I can tell, like right here, that's pretty wet. Right over here, it's you know, loosey-goosey kind of, so it means it's a little drier, but just moving it in where I can feel it. I can feel where it starts to gain that pressure. I'm looking for that, you know, 100, 150 psi on that pressure. And I know that's, you can't really tell when you push it down, but the harder it is to push, it tells me, but I can still push. That tells me that we're good to go. It's not over wet. It's, you see that? Clean. That's what I'm talking, that's what I need. But, hold on, I thought I had my water gauge here. You can see where I pulled that. Wet. Wet. It stays wet all the time. Like we never have to water, ever. Like even back here. And that's because over time now, I've noticed that the worm casting, all the sand and the silt and clay that was built up along the edge of the creek that we brought in, and we overlapped it. We brought it in and overlap it. It comes down into the soil beds, and then we extend it out. And over time, we use these pads to catch poo out the creek, and the worms go in and turn that into worm castings, bringing all that biology into the soil here, bringing in that moisture that extends. This is the old avocado we put in a couple days ago and eaten up. But just underneath this layer here, like there's a slug. And slugs are good. Like I want all of it. I want the soil food web. It consists of everything. So I love seeing diversity. Look right there. There they are. And they're working that sand and silt and organic matter right here on top of that. We don't, this area here, like when you put this stuff under a microscope, we're seeing some good stuff. We're seeing those diatoms. We're seeing, like when I sent Mo those soil samples, which we're going to be on Let's Be Buds tomorrow night, and we'll have those samples. And you can also see another video, but these samples looked a little bit better. I sent him some creek sand. Um, we sent him some soil from here and from all 4 pockets. So I think I pulled from here, and then I pulled from the center over there. I pulled from the center of the creek right here, and then I pulled from right here in where it was wet in number 4, right over there by that stump. There's the stump. You can see, the nice little stump. We'll leave that just like it is. It'll continue to wick water. Sorry for the focus there. But it'll continue to wick water up because it's not, it's dead now. It's not going to be like, from this point on, now that I've cut the head off, the rhizosphere down there, the root system is going to start to die off. And it will start to decompose, and it will start to be eaten. It's basically food now. But it will continue to pull water up to that stump. And that's a good thing, because that water is what's going to allow for that stump to break down super fast. Like the biology will just use that water, and it won't dry out. It'll just stay moist, and you'll see it'll turn into balsa wood. This is the old one right here. It's like balsa wood. I can watch. I've broken this one down like almost to the point where I can't do it no more. But there it goes. Like you can put your fingernail in it, and the longer it lays there, the more it'll break down. Like this is what we want. As long as this organic matter is breaking down, just like that, it just turns to dust almost. These are walnut shells. These don't break. This is good aeration. So those won't break down, but they're great microbial homes. Yeah. And they provide aeration. They don't break down. This GMO apple is never going to get eaten. Like nothing eats this. Like I can't believe I ate one, to be honest with you. And it was a wonder why it made my stomach hurt. But I got that out of a bag out of Food Lion, just a bag of apples. You got the wax coating on it, genetically modified, and not even the bugs and worms will eat it. I even put fingernail prints. I just took my fingernail and just to open it up, and I see an earwig in there, but this thing should be gone, and it's not. It's still hard. It's ridiculous. Don't eat that shit. Damn mic bugs won't even eat it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the comments. Sorry I haven't been checking the comments here. Yeah, chop day. Kind of got off the chop, didn't I? That happens with me. I think we're going to take this and completely do away with it. That's going to get chopped and dropped throughout the bed. Seeds and all. Don't want them. Not going to ever use them because it's not a plant that ever did anything, so I don't want anything to do with it. It's going to be better used in the bed. How's this thing turn? There it goes. I'm going to turn it from down here. So, we're going to go ahead and chop Big Daddy up. Put him in a different bucket. Is that thing straight or what? Could be just me. Stone. Yeah. Alright. I don't want to ruin Grandma's shears. This elephant here can go. You need the shears. So this is what I do. And this is why nothing stays around in my bed in here, because I'm constantly chopping it up, dropping it. We have to return what's been taken. So very important to return most of this stuff right straight back to the bed. It takes a long time. I mean, it doesn't take a long time to break down. As you can tell, I've been dropping this, and it still shrinks. So what we're going to do is take the shears off a little bit. I'm not going to drop it all in one spot. I'm going to chop it up. Take it all around the bed. Each hole is going to get some. I know it's terrible, but we must sacrifice. The gods need their sacrifice. We must return what we have taken. Come and get it. Let's see, a little over here, a little over there, a little over there. This, take this over there, in the middle. Yeah, like I just chopped all that up, and it's not even close to anything like anything else. I mean, it has a little bit of that lime and lemon in it, but it really just was a runt. And when you grow from seed, and you just put them in here like I did, that happens. This time, I think we picked a few good ones. We popped a few. We didn't see them all, but I only brought the ones I want to see in here. Not all the seeds always do very well, you know. Sometimes they just don't do well. All right. This one did well. Lemon lime, for sure. All these leaves I want to put back in. Come back and chop those up later. All these big leaves. Stay. Pulse here can go up out of my face. That son of a bitch is sticky. Talking about sticky. A lot of people wear gloves. I don't wear gloves. I want that shit on me. I don't give a shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all can y'all see me? Yeah, yeah. I have no idea. Oh, that's a good looking butt though. Let me show you. This ain't even the top, but that's a good looking nug. And she's tight. I mean, tight and right. She just doesn't have much smell. The one over in the corner, that's the one with the smell. That's the one with the funk. But this one, the seeds are popping out. I ain't even gonna try right now. Continue on. I get sidetracked. Forget what the hell I'm doing. Full of seed. It's a damn shame. Because that was a pretty plant. Really a shame is this one didn't have much funk. I'm curious though. We're definitely going to put a couple the big buds, the tops like this here, going into canitrol. Some of the other ones over there will too, like the tops on those others. And you better believe them. At least. At least taste it. Pretty little nut though. Stacked nice. Kiss it. Sorry I haven't been paying attention to the comments. Yeah, thank you, Jacob. Appreciate everybody showing up, checking out. This is the first time I've been live on a grow in a cut. First time doing it choppy. I'm gonna need some oil. Some coconut oil will do the trick. Some defractionated, I believe it is, defractionated coconut oil. My wife sells it at the yoga studios, doTERRA, but it's defractionated coconut oil. It's just basic coconut oil that's been diluted. And I'm gonna tell you, it's take some coconut oil and mix some water into it, dilute it a little bit, and then rub it on your hands, and all that stickiness will come right off. It's like guaranteed. It's like magic. Yeah, the buds did turn out nice, man. For being all seeded, you know what I mean? For seeding, like most of the time, from what I understand, buds usually don't get that big when they go to seed. But some of it, like the droopy didn't get big at all. But and the other one over there did get big, but the rest of them like plumped up, tightened up real nice. I was kind of shocked by that, to be honest with you. I didn't know how the plants would react in seed. Take that. Nice little nuggies. I mean, super tight too. I was shocked at how like rock hard nugs. Just sad that they had no smell really. I hate it when they look beautiful and then they're just like so disappointing. And then the ones that look like shit turn out to be fire. Kind of my luck sometimes. And sometimes you get lucky and man, you get the whole 9 yards. But when you find those, keep them. Yeah, I hate gloves too. Like I said, I got defractionated coconut oil in the house, And gloves just piss me off. You know, they pull the plat. You know, they just. I'd rather just deal with it. Let it soak into my skin. You know what I mean? Kind of like rub it in like lotion. I ain't got nobody to impress. You don't like the smell of it, too bad, right? Too bad. Like I said, we'll disperse all this uh, leaf product. Not all right here. We'll just distribute it all around the bed, make it even. Everybody gets a little bit, you know what I mean? I haven't seen the first damn spider mite. I'm so happy about that too, because that was what my biggest issue was in here. Like I thought like 3 years ago, I thought I'd never get spider mites out of this building. I mean, I really didn't. I was like, they're just here. There's nothing I can do. And then I found natural farming, and everything changed. These fuckers didn't have a chance in hell. No nematode, baby. That diverse ecosystem in that soil is what keeps them spider mites away. I mean, we got diverse on top and in the soil. Pests don't stand a chance. We got healthy plant. Pests can't eat healthy plants, or they don't like it, and they're going to go for the easy meal. So I provide the easy meal down here by chopping up all this, turning it into shred, and then just spreading it out all over the bed, and that's what they eat. They leave the plants alone. They may be in here, but they go for the easy meal. Of course, I haven't seen any spider mites. Seen some thrips. Thrips are a bitch, but I really don't care too much about thrips. You do a little damage on the leaf, but the bud, they don't really hurt the bud. I mean, they can get out of hand, of course, but that's just the easy fix too. All you need to do is spray some beneficial microbes like some Lab, EM1. You can do some, if you don't want to make anything, Lost Coast Plant Therapy is a great, organic, safe to use, well studied. So if you would like to use that. I think I've had this for 5 years. This is what it looks like. Lost Coast Plant Therapy. I mean, it works pretty well. If you just got to stay consistent with it. Just got to stay consistent with it. Follow the instructions. That's all. As most things. Which I have a problem with instructions sometimes. Chop all this off here. Good. All right. That one's done. This off. Hands are a little sticky. Alright, let's cut these out. There. Chop this up a little bit. I'm not going to leave all this in here. Take some of it outside to the compost pile. So, you can see we have this whole ring open for business. So I just need to really... Why is that thing crooked? All right. That get over there. Nice one. Okay. Leave that for now. On to the middle. Let me check on the comments real quick. What's up, everybody? Glad everybody showed up. I'll take all the advice I can get, bro. No worries. All right, let me get a plan here. I think I'm just going to take that top. Yeah, or should I just cut the whole thing at the base and pull it over here instead of reaching my ass over there over and over and over again? I think that's what I'll do. I think that's a smart play, huh? Just gotta make sure they don't hit the... I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take the bottom ones first, and we'll lean it over here and chop. That way we don't drop any in the creek over there, because she's close. Look at that. There, she's down there near the creek. down there near the golfer. Yeah, the whole thing is established now for sure. It has happened way faster than I thought it would. Um, it's shocking me actually. It shocks me every time. How the hell? But it definitely the critters in here have definitely turned and burned a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. Huh. Huh. It's a long ways over there. Elephant deer out of here. Let me tell you, this thing stinks. Woo! I mean, it is. Oh man, it is just all over the place, funky. It's got that cotton candy cut. It's gotten richer though. Really a funky, cotton, cushy. Like that's that kush for sure. Seeds are rock hard. Nice tiger stripes. Yeah, very nice. I'm gonna put this in the new bucket over here. I'll see if I can grab it. You know what? Here, y'all can watch me do this real quick. Just wanted to show y'all what I'm doing. I'm going to cut these leaves off here. Let me do that first. That thing right there, boys and girls, is funky. Look at that. Beauty. Nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. She smells like funky fucking grandma's nasty ass bathroom with some candy thrown in the back end. Ugh. Everything the doctor ordered. She turned out purple too. Oops, that thing. Full of seed. I mean, everywhere I touch. Mm-hmm. Smell it funky. Those are some of the seeds I'm going to enjoy hunting. And we're going to be giving some away too. Okay, we got more to take off of the big daddy, big mama. Big mama, I should say. Hmm. I don't know what y'all can see and what you can't see. Yeah, the frozen trim keeper, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet once I'm done with getting all these seeds out of here. Definitely going to throw some of these in the canitrol. Canitrol will get the bigger ones. I'll leave the seeds and all in there and just let them do their thing. And as I'm smoking it, I'll get the seeds. It'll be lovely. It'll be like a present, like a Christmas gift. Don't want to hurt Bambi. chopping this, just getting all this done. All this is going in the bucket. So this one here has been very nice to grow. It turned, I mean, just packed full of seed. It's crazy how full of seed it is. Like, and the smell, like, oh my goodness, it's just like I said, it's a funky, cushy, candy cane almost type thing going on. Funky, funky fruit, funky grape, funky orange. Just, it's got everything. I can't wait till the seeds come out of this. That's one. All these tops I'm cutting, that's what's going into the canitrol. The rest of these bottom, all that larf stuff, I'll just get the seeds, but the tops I'll put in the canitrol and give you a smoke report. All right, I think I can cut her down. Well, let me get that one bud over there. There we go. So if you missed how much, I know some people were asking me how much uh, weight I got last on the last round. This is the fourth run, so we've done 3 other runs, and each time I've gained weight. So the first run was just under 3 pounds. The second run was right at this right at 3, just under 3, but almost 3. Then the next one, the third run was 3.5. This run, all seed. Um, so, get a pound of light, which spread out, is pretty good. I mean, it's more than it looks. It's 12 foot long by 9 foot wide. And we're only supposed to keep 4 plants. We had 5 this time, so the state will have to sue me. Well, actually, it's all seed anyway, so it ain't really smokable. And what the law says, I think it's smokable flower. But I don't know. I really don't care. They can kiss my ass. Virginia is actually supposed to go recreational legal. Like, you're supposed to be able to go legally and get, like, sit and chill in a recreational spot and smoke. And that's supposed to go live. The new governor signed it into law, or is scheduled to. Supposed to go into effect, I think, either this year or next year. Kind of be like what DC already is. Like, that's why it was so dumb. Because DC, you could literally, like, drive up the street. Might as well go legal. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's no, everything here is legal. Other than maybe an extra plant, but you know, most of these little things ain't worth shit anyway, so. Let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna take that whole thing now, I think. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, if I went to the store right now, I would probably, they would all look at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I'd reek up the parking lot when I got out the truck, probably. Let's see here. What we got in chat here going on? I haven't been paying attention to chat, so 4 ounces on one plant. Shit, that's not how the law. I don't think that's how the law is written in Virginia. If that's the case, they'd have a problem. I know there was the outdoor plant. I don't know if I should say it. The outdoor plant we grew that was like over the gazebo out there. Only allowed 3 ounces off of 12 plants. No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're saying, Jacob. That's not the law here. I can carry on my person 2 ounces, no more. Like I could have 2 ounces in the car. Oh yeah, North Carolina. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Only 3 ounces off 12. Damn, that's crazy. Cool. Yeah. That would be tough. Like, how do you regulate that? That's like one of those dumb laws. It's just like they just put it on the books so that they can hit you with it, like so that the lawyer can have fun with it. You know, just like a money grab. You put these things on the books just so they can get in court and say, "Hey, look at this, look at this," and then the fucking attorneys can sit there and argue about it for an hour, charge you $500 an hour, and then still throw your ass in jail for a plant. You ain't got no money. Good luck. That's spoken like a true white boy with money, huh? Yeah, what was that saying back in the day? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right? That's what they used to say. I know definitely we got good today. I know that because in the 90s, it was scary as shit going picking up an ounce. Scary as shit. Especially if you had some good stuff on you that smelled. Whew. Boy, you got pulled over, it was game over. The cop didn't even have to really find it. Time to chop that one down. Don't need all that in here. All right, we got those left. That small one over there is trash. I'm not even gonna deal with that one. We're gonna chop and drop that, but the two over there remaining are coming home with me. All right, let's see here. Got to get these other plants. Chop this up right here real quick because I got to set these other plants in here. See how easy that is? Looks good. Over here. I'm going to chop all this up here. This don't need to be here. This will come back. go. Now I have a little bit of room here. To bring in the noobs. So we gotta pick the spot. Actually, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got 9 plants, but we don't know if they're male or female. Well, one I know is male. One I know is female. 8 of them I don't know. But we're going to be getting them sex tested. The tests are on their way from Wilson Genetics. Shout out to Wilson Genetics. We'll be seeing him on my YouTube and Instagram here. He's sending us some free tests to test these ladies. Hopefully, ladies. We got these. So these are from Luna Whitcomb. These are her Lunar Kim. It's Kim Dog times Raspberry Moon Cheese. I didn't pop them all because I didn't have room, but I always like to leave myself some others. We also have some from Luna Whitcomb, some Raspberry Deadhead. This is Deadhead OG times Raspberry Moon Cheese. These are 2 that she sent me that she said would do well in this. She likes them, so I'm sure I'll like them as well. And I also have the lone female. Dun, 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 dun. This is from OK Calyx. This is Orangelina from OK Calyx. Turned out to be the prettiest feminized seed that I got out of all of them. Of course, I only got a few, so only the best made the cut. And the Orangelina is going to go in the middle. Or should we put it in the middle? Actually, you know what? I think we should put Orangelina over in this side because I know it'll do well over there. I know it'll do well there too, but the center is in question because of the overwatering. So we can put this one over here. Orangelina. And we've got the other 2 Lunar Kims. One of them is going to go over here. And I'm debating on whether to put one right here on the edge here, right here. But the only problem with that is if it gets out of hand, it could be a problem. So, but this is the weakest looking one out of all of them. And I've got 4 left. This is the weakest of the Lunar Kim dogs, or the Lunar Kims. This is the weakest one. Actually, the weakest plant out of all of them. And I was wondering, I was thinking I could just set it right here on the edge just because it was weak. Sometimes the weak ones just catch hold and go crazy and get out of hand. So we still got, we can put 1 there, 3 over there. We got 4 left. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, Or do two, two. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna screw it. We're gonna put this one right here. And then that'll leave us two right there in the middle. What's up, everybody? Taz, what's up? Stumpy, Beginner Bonsai, Taz. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I haven't been paying attention to chat too much. I apologize, but I'm thinking. Yeah, it is, man. Smoke could roll. All right. So we've got the lunar chem set. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got the Orangelina from OK Calyx. So now I've got 1, 2 spots in the center, 2 spots over in the corner. That will give us our other spots for the raspberry deadhead from Luna. Look at the roots on this one coming on out the cow pot. Got good roots, huh? Not too babby, not too shabby. So, I still have to chop up that up there. Alright, I gotta chop this up real quick. I'm about to get over there to it. Now I'm just setting them in their homes. I still got to cut the bottom of the pot off. We'll push the pot down into the ground, make a little hole, but they're just sitting in their spots right this second. We're gonna go over there and cut the rest of those out. So we've got the Angelina, and we've got the Lunar Kim, Lunar Kim, Lunar Kim, Lunar Kim, and we've got Deadhead Raspberry, Deadhead Raspberry, Deadhead Raspberry, Deadhead Raspberry. Hopefully, the the lunar stuff turns out to be mostly female. Hopefully we won't have to cut out too many, but you know, that's why we're putting two, because the only one that's guaranteed to be female is that one right there, the Angelina. I know that one's female. The rest of them are just regulars. So, what am I doing? Alright, I've got my other pot ready. I've got to go over there and cut that one out. Really just wanted to get those under the light. Okay. I'm going to show you this one real quick. Ooh, hold on. She is funky, boys and girls. This thing is nasty. I wish you could see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get some better light here. There we go. She is ghost and funky too. Smells like I'm gonna just keep saying it. It just smells like I go to my grandmother's nursing home. I visit my grandmother once a week, and it smells like uh, grandma's bathroom, kind of a nursing home type funk foot, gassy, cotton candy, bubblegum ish, orangish. It's just it's all around funky. It's a different type of funk though. It's like a foot funk. Very nice. Very grainy, not very sticky, but grainy on the Turks. I mean on the trikes. It's just very grainy. Going in the bucket. Almost done. I am stuck together now, I think. Yeah, appreciate it, Jacob. Harvesting them? Am I using anything? No. No, just my grandma's shears. These are full of seeds, so, I mean, I am harvesting them like I would normally would do. I mean, I'm just putting them in boxes over here. I'm getting them ready for, more prep. So what I'm going to do is some of these, um, the ones that I choose worthy will go into the canitrol. So like some of the top buds, I'll just put in the canitrol and dry and cure them. And I'll smoke them and then get the seeds out. The rest, I'm just going to get the seeds out and then probably make it like a tincture or something, just put them, soak them in some alcohol or something. But then again, might go right into might come right back into this bed. All right, where did I put my shears at? That's what a lot of this needs to do is it needs to come back in. So I love to, well, we have to return what we've taken. So that's why I'm chopping and dropping. If you go back in this video, you'll see me chopping and dropping everything that we've cut down, all except for these big stalks. I'm not going to chop because cannabis stalks need to be shredded up, and they're very hard to shred. So, but if you go check out It's All About the Biology show yesterday, got Joe on there, was talking about a shredder that can shred cannabis and shred just about anything. Yeah, I won't smoke any seeds, maybe. And it won't be nothing I haven't done before, I promise you. I grew up in the 90s. I had pillowcases of seeds. Shred that up. And we've got the two more over there, but that tiny one over there, that small one, we're not messing with. That's going to come out and go straight into the compost pile. Not even messing with it because it doesn't have any real flavor. It's no smoke. I mean, it's full of seeds that I don't really. So it's got seeds I don't want. I don't want to mess with them. you're wondering what those flies are flying around, those are black soldier flies. Those are not gnats or house flies. Those are actually good. That means we have black soldier fly larvae in the soil breaking down organic matter. So if we have black soldier flies, we have soldier fly larvae, which means we have good things going on in the soil. So this plant's going outside. I'll be right back. All right, now we got this one more plant to take. I gotta get a box because I've run out of box. Oh, actually, no. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll just put them all in that same because they're the same, so we can just use the same because I've got the other two. That one yellow skunk that was right here, and then the other one right there. That one didn't. This one over here didn't have much, so I guess I should separate them, huh? I better keep them separated. So, I found this box. You can, well, this one here, this. These two over here. Me. All right, so we got another box. So we've got all of this ready to go. We've got the small one, the 3 Marmalade Groves, the one yellow skunk in the corner over here, and then the box for the other one over there. Yeah, I've heard Acapulco Gold has been going around. I've heard quite a bit of talk about the Acapulco Gold as well. A couple years ago, it seems to have caught on, and some people have gotten their hands on it. It seems to have been, yeah, smoke the seed. Exactly. Roll it up. All right, let me go over here and get this one. I want to show you this. Check this out. Look how fat those seeds are. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, huge. It's dangling down there. They don't even look done, but they are. They are done, done, done. Shell pops right off. Can't get it off my finger. So. Alright, let's go back and finish what we were doing. Almost done, then we're going to plant the plants. Change the light cycle. We'll be done. In the box. I'm gonna step up, check the chat, huh? Appreciate that. Yep, chop time. How long has it been? It says 15 minutes, but it must have been over 2 hours, huh? So 2 hours, 15 in. All right. Now I gotta get the shears. Right here. All right, let's chop. Chopperoni is done. Now we take these right here. These are the other two dead heads. And we'll go place them over here in the corner. Put one right here. One right here. Maybe here. All right, now what we got to do is cut the bottom of the pots off, and we'll start right here. I need to go get my scissors. Oh, sit my happy ass down too. I'm glad that's over. Let's see how different it looks. It's a little open in here, doesn't it? Then again, we got a lot more vegetation in the garden than we have ever had before. So that's a good thing, because each run I want to build biology in the soil. So that's the whole purpose of chopping and dropping, like everything these plants take from the soil. That's the whole purpose, like cutting the grass, just letting the grass fall right down onto the soil, letting it decompose, letting the critters eat it. So that's the point of having all the cover crop. And it's not really cover crop, it's just grass and things like the bush over here. That's just, I didn't put that in here. Like, that just came in with the IMO. It just grew. The jasmine over there we did put in. So the jasmine, the pink jasmine, it's growing up the wall, the viney jasmine, and the ivy, a little bit of ivy, English ivy, and also the lucky bamboo right here in the creek. Everything else just came on in. The elephant ears, all the grasses, all that stuff just came in with the IMO. So let me wheel around here, show you what we're going to do. I'll put this one over here. The other one was right here. Really, we need to get more light. Actually, how about we put this one right here? I want to plant this one as close as I can to the creek. So can y'all see me? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just cut the bottom of this pot off as easy as I can. You can see some roots. Isopod already on it, but what I'm going to do is just try my best to work the bottom of this pot off. It's already wet, so it should just peel right off almost. We have to have these wet. You know, it has to be wet in order to do this. If it's dry, it won't do this. This keeps me from cutting roots. You know, I might break a few, but you know, they'll come back. Now, just going to dig a little where I want it. Stick here. Right down there. Very nice. This one. Go a little deeper with this one. You remember, I'm not resetting. I didn't add anything to the bed. I haven't. I'm not amending anything. So that's the whole trick of this regenerative ecosystem, is to just be able to cut the old and replace the new and not have to add anything. No nitrogen, no potassium, no phosphorus, no all of that, all those amendments like the kelp meal, the alfalfa meals, and all these blood meals. I'm not going to do any of that. And we're going to see if this system has gotten to the point where we can go without anything to the soil. What we will do is foliar feed the plants with ferments and natural farming like Lab, EM1, Comfrey, FPJ, different types of natural farming inputs that we can use to OHN, Oriental Herbal Nutrient is a great one. If you don't know what that is, I highly recommend looking that up. OHN, Chris Trump. You can learn how to make it there, or you can buy it from like people like Country Roots. I believe Chris Trump sells it as well, but he's over in, I think he's over here in America now. He's in Hawaii, but I don't know if I know he ships to the U.S. Country Roots is in Michigan, and he makes really good product. That's what I use. I use Country Roots. I have some back there. We're busy right this second. What's up, Stumpy? What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by. We are just afoot the light cycle today. And we are planting new plants, obviously. Alright, let's see, next over here is the Angelina. Angelina. So yeah, that's the big trick about this. That's what I really want to see, and I won't know unless we don't do it. Like if I keep adding amendments between runs, I'll never know how far I can get without adding an amendment. And look at that. That is roots. It's rooted. I'm trying not to break them, but they're nice looking roots. know one thing, I'm getting hungry. Excuse me. Gotta get up on the chair now. Alright. You know what? I'm looking at this one and I really don't like it. I want to move it. Yeah. Pull some of the grass out. Just moved it in a little bit. It's too close to here, and the light is not quite. I mean, we can move the light. Actually, I put it on rails, so we can actually move it wherever we want. How ingenious is that? I appreciate that, beginner. Yeah, it's appreciate that, Jacob. Yep, thank you. It's been fun, dude. It's been a real pleasure to do it too, and I've learned so much about how this thing works. Now I can help other people do the same thing, you know? It's cool if you want to build one. It definitely can help you out. At least lead you in the right directions, you know? Yeah, the shenanigans, alright. It was fun. I've never done it before, so, you know, something new to do, try it out. I enjoyed it. You get some seeds. I'm going to collaborate with Jolly Pond Farms on that Marmalade Grove cross with Yellow Skunk. So I crossed it, you know, the male was from the Yellow Skunk, which is that lemon lime. And then, so the seeds will be, that was the male. And then the seeds will be a cross between that and the Marmalade Grove that Jolly Pond did. We're going to see what we get. Should be fun. Ain't gonna be bad, I know that. Alright. Oh shit. Sorry. 2 more to do in the middle there and we'll be gone. Nice, Stumpy. Yeah, cool. Yeah, almost dumped her. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done. We're going to put this marker right here. Those two are the raspberry deadheads. Those two and these two. Raspberry deadheads. We've got the lunar Kim here, here, and there. And Angelina right there. And that's all she wrote. The Blood Moon Gelato. Yeah. I heard good things about that from Seedsman. Yeah. I might be getting some from him. For sure. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, last but not least, Grandpa always said water in your plants when you put them in. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of pond water. Water in our plants. the water in our plants. I should have moved the paper, huh? It's alright. It'd be alright. We know what it is. It's on record. Pond water's got all kinds of good stuff in it. They're already established, so we don't really have to worry about overdoing anything. Once these things root in, we will know it. We will know when they root in. Trust me on that, because they will take off like crazy. Let's go around the other side. And the ladies. Well, we hope they're ladies anyway. I haven't put any water in that pot in a long time. Ain't nothing in it. I don't know why it's still there, to be honest with you. Put a little bit over here. A little bit on this guy. Nope, maybe a little more. You coming? Log here. This side does not get creek water, so we have to throw a little juice in every once in a while. Okay, I think we're almost done. Got the product. Got the product nice and neat. We've got the ladies hopefully in good. What do we got to do? Let me show you what we did. Grandmaster, we got to change the light cycle. We're going to set the timer. Comes on at 5 a.m. in the morning. It's going to go off at 11 o'clock at night. I think that's pretty good. Enabled, yes. Check mark. We're good. Then we're going to check our PPFD, because we're probably going to have to jump this up. In fact, I know we are. Let's go ahead and put it on 70, because we know that was the last time when we were this low, when the plants are this low. Instead of me lowering the lights up and down, I'm just going to let the plants grow to the light. So I'll set the PPFD at around 350, 400 right here. And then as the plants grow, we turn the volume down. So we'll just turn the intensity down on the light as they grow. So you just have to make sure in veg when we're growing, that's one standard operating procedure, the SOP, to come in and check our light, to make sure our PPFD and our DLI is dialed in, make sure we're getting the right amount of light for the right amount of time at the right intensity. Very important. The light dictates the environment. I mean, I just can't say it anymore. I've seen it, witnessed it firsthand. You know, the light intensity is, most of the time, I'll say a lot of times, the problems that I'm having in a system like this, I can't speak for any other system, but for a system like this, the light is dictating how the plants grow, how fast they grow, how slow they grow, how big, how small. And it comes down to genetics too, but when I crank the volume up on the light, boy, things take off. When I add red in, things slow down. It's weird. Things want to stretch really hard in red, and that's because I think most people know that if you don't know, red light makes these plants stretch. Um, they're kind of stretching because that red light is what we get in the morning and in the evening. So basically, in the morning when the sun comes up, you get that red hue, that orange reddish hue that comes. That's kind of what we're mimicking. And it's these plants they're smart, so they want to grow to that light. So they're fighting something inside them triggers them, and they want to stretch to the light because they think that light can't get to them because of the spectrum of it. So think about the big trees are blocking that light, and these little plants, these weeds, are growing underneath these big trees, canopies, and that's why these plants want to reach to that light. They're stretching. When I turn the red off, they don't stretch. They just grow normally. It's pretty crazy how it works. I just learned that not maybe a year or two ago. So it's. Yeah, that would have been a stoner mistake. Leaving it at 12:12. we would have went straight into the damn flower cycle, huh? So if you're not familiar with the cycle, we're mimicking nature is all we're doing. We're just summertime, the days are longer. Wintertime, they're shorter. As soon as the light in July, the end of July, August starts, the days get shorter, the plants go to flower. It's really that simple. So all we're doing is mimicking that. We're going to mimic the time frame. So if we're at 18 hours of light, we don't even have to be at 18 hours of light. We can be at 14 hours of light. It's not until we get to about the 12. 12 and a half is when they start to trigger. Under 12 is fine too. I've ran it at 10 hours before and had no problems. That's normal, daylight, 8 hours, 8 to 9, 10 hours of light. In the summertime, you might get 13, 14 if you're lucky, depending on where you are. Around here in my area, I get like 12 and a half, 13 and a half at the long part, So 14 hours of light, 15 hours of light, these plants will not go to flower. 12 hours, they're going to flower. '18 is pushing. We're just pushing the system at 18 hours. I'm giving them more. That's why everything grows so fast. I'm speeding the process up by adding more light to the system. More light gives me more exudates into the system, the soil system. So as long as these plants are photosynthesizing, they're creating sugars, carbohydrates that they can then send down their veins, down into the roots, and the rhizophagy cycle begins, which is cool if you know about rhizophagy, or the rhizosphere, which is the root ball. Rhizo is root, I believe. That's a Greek term. You know how scientists are. They want to have their own language, so everybody knows what they're talking about. Or nobody knows what they're talking about, only they know what they're talking about. You got to figure it the fuck out. Unless you find somebody willing to tell you, which there are plenty of people out there on YouTube with this type of information. Dr. James White is a good one if you want to look that up. Matt Powers. There's so many people out there that do white paper research, you know what I mean? Like if you want white paper research, I mean, it's out there. You can find it. You just got to look for it. If you want not so much like bro science, but like, Chris Trump style, natural farming, doing it with your hands, getting out there and finding shit out for yourself. Chris Trump's great. Steven Reisner from Potent Ponics. Uh, so many people, man. I met Mo from I Grow Soil. He's already freaking blowing my mind. Like, to be doing this as long as I have, 3 years in, he is, I mean, I've built the system, but like me and him would make a really good team. I know that for a fact because he's got the knowledge. I've got the system. I can show him things. I can send him something, show it to him. He'd be like, this, and this. Or like Leighton Morrison, these soil scientists. There's just so many people. Luna Whitcomb. Then you get into like Kevin from OK Calyx, which he's like my style. Kevin from OK Calyx is like my style grower. Like I'm gonna do it my way. I know the basics. I know the system. I'm intelligent enough to know what to do and what not to do, but I'm just going to do my way, period. And I don't care, what the white paper says. I don't really like following a recipe. I know recipes are important, especially, in natural farming. And if chemistry's crazy. If you into chemistry, you'll know that if you put something together, it may work, it may not, but if you put it together right, it's guaranteed to work, you know? Like a little bit of this and a little bit of that may not work, but a little bit more of this with a little bit less of that may work. So this is where recipes come into play. And, if you don't have a recipe, like a soil recipe or like a fermentation recipe, you're just throwing things together, you better know what you're doing when you're just throwing things together, because shit can hit the fan real quick. And if you go anaerobic, which means there's no air, for instance, if this creek stopped flowing, this thing would turn to shit in about a week, maybe two. 1 to 2 weeks, wouldn't take long. The system would crash because the creek is not flowing, not providing the oxygen that is needed. What makes a swamp is, no flow, no air. Once we add that flow, that air in that flow, everything changes. And if you want to know the science behind it, well, there's, like I said, YouTube. The basics, though, can get you here. Can get you to this point, just simply knowing like how to set up the system. So let me show you. This is, I guess I should have been showing you this before, but this is the E horizon. So this is what this looks like at the bottom. Underneath all of this, there's this. So that's basically where the water is going. The soil will sit on top of this. I've still got to add a little bit of red clay to this, but very little red clay. We don't want a lot, we want a little. Very thin layer of red clay over this, then the soil comes in on top. But we won't put the soil in until we build the creek, we build the mountain, we build the pond, all that gets built before we put soil in. And the soil comes in, and then all that water goes down, sits on that clay layer, it slowly seeps into this reservoir. And the reservoir holds that water, and will actually, that sand and silt will wick that water to that point. But the soil won't be allowed to go down into that past this point. So as long as we keep the soil out of the water where there is no air, we're good to go. And these layers of sand, silt, and clay is what separates the soil from that reservoir. Kind of like if you were going to drill on a piece of property for a well. You know, you bought a piece of property, your house needs a well. You're gonna drill down. Sometimes you gotta go 100 feet. Sometimes you gotta go 150. Sometimes you gotta go 200, depending on where the water table is. That's how deep you gotta go. But this will be our water table. This is our reservoir. We'll have a couple of holes just like this here. So we've got, you know, this hole here. We can see straight down to the floor. If that fills up with water, then you know that we've got, well, I'm expecting water in there because we've cut the plants. Now we've got less wickage going on. So some water will probably drop down. Probably tomorrow morning they'll come in and there'll be a little bit of water down there. And that's normal. That lets me know the system is working properly. Because if it wasn't wicking, that hole would fill right on up and we'd have to pump water out. We haven't had to do that in a long time. And that's because we've got a lot of plants, the grasses, everything is just waking up, everything's dialed in. It's not losing as much water as it was when we first started. And that's to be expected. You know, when we don't have any roots in the system, it's going to flood the systems. All that extra water is going to go down into the reservoir and it's going to fill the reservoir up. Until these plants get roots down there and start wicking that stuff up. And they will. They will wick. Alright, so we've changed the lights. We've changed the lights actually also on this. I did that just so I wouldn't forget. We got to make sure these are on. Going off at 11:10. So these stay on for 10 minutes after the lights go off. So the UVA, UVB, and the heat lamp stay on for 10 minutes, and that does shine all throughout the bed. So the plants do get a little bit of UVA and B at the end of the day. Oh. All right, that was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm ready to cut out of here because I'm hungry. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Almost 3 o'clock. I've got 4 emails and 2 text messages. I'm sure the email is business, is my work, saying, where the fuck are you? But I'm busy. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. Rusty Nails, Beginner, Jeff, everybody who's in here still. Thanks a bunch for hanging out. We'll see you. We'll be on Let's Be Buds tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Let's Be Buds 2, actually. Or just tune in to my channel, this channel right here. I'll be broadcasting it live on this channel as well. So you can hang out here, there, either way. It don't matter to me. Yeah, it is a great escape spot. I've fallen in love. At first, you know, when I first built it, I was, you know, skeptical, of course. You know, things could turn shitty really quick in a system like this. We could have bugs and gnats and all kinds of shit, but thankfully we've run into some really good, smart people who knew what they were doing and pointed me in the right direction. Fungus gnats are gone. Soil is kicking. I haven't added any amendments. All I'm going to do is simply foliar feed veg, and then that's it. I might do like 2 or 3 foliar feeds in veg over the next 4 weeks. And that'll be it. So, that being said, I'm going to kick out of here. I appreciate everybody hanging out. And we'll see you on the flip side. Peace.